Principalities, demons, dragons, lions, tigers, witches, warlocks. Oh my.
Oh my.
You claim to have the fullness. You better be able to prove it. You don't understand the principalities in our city. We've had to blow shofars for 20 years. My sister broke her rotator cuff swinging her band. I don't know about your principalities. I'll be honest with you, I'm not Canadian, okay? All I know is this, I am an itinerant minister, and so I could be in Swampwater, West Virginia, population 4. Somebody's gonna come up to me, right? Yes, brother, our city is the throne of Satan. We've got the highest homosexuality rate. We've got the highest drug abuse rate. I'm like, dude, you got 4 people. Satan would be bored spitless to live here. I was in Arkansas. I'm not kidding. I'm not making this. I was in Arkansas. I was in Missouri just a couple weeks ago, and somebody was saying that Joplin, Missouri, had the highest homosexual rate in the world. And I'm like, dude, I know that what you're telling me is not a fact. Everybody's afraid of the boogeyman. I don't know about your principalities. All I know is about mine. He is the head of all principality and power. He is the fountainhead from which all dominion and power proceed, the authority over all authorities, the supreme power over all powers. He is the highest ruler over every other power. And where does he live? In my belly. Paul says you are united to the fullness of him who is over all power and principality. Don't you realize what you're packing? Why are you looking for devils behind every bush? You know, C.S. Lewis said that every major Christian creed of our faith, not a single one of them even so much as mentions the devil. He said you could live a perfectly fine Christian life and not even believe in a devil. Do I believe there's no devil? I'm not saying that. Devils may exist, but they don't live in my realm, I'll tell you that.
Yum, yum, yum.
Put that in your pipe and smoke it. Now, all of a sudden, Paul switches gears a little bit. He's talking about this power of all powers that you are mystically united to, and then he jumps to a very weird subject here, a very strange topic, okay? He says, in whom you also are circumcised. Ouch! With a circumcision not made with hands, not by man's handiwork, not by a physical act, not by a bodily operation. Everybody say, whew. I know that we're not all Orthodox rabbis in here. We're not all pediatric surgeons. Maybe you've never really thought about this very much, and I can't hold that against you, all right? But have you ever considered, in your circumcision, what was actually cut off? I hate to broach such a subject. What was removed? What was extracted? Shall we take a look?
No.
In the circumcision of Christ, you were set free from your sinful nature. Very next verse again, buried with him in baptism. Are we starting to see a theme here? In these ancient sacraments, you are seeing something. In the circumcision, that thing was cut off, cut away. In baptism, it was buried, dead. It does not exist anymore. It is not a part of you. It would be weird. I mean, aren't you glad that it was not left hanging on there? Just to humble you, right? It leaves you a sinner so that he can humble you. As if the substance of sin, pride itself, is going to cause humility.
Wow.
You know, time for your daily circuit, boys boys and girls. I do. It would be weird even to keep it in the baby book, wouldn't it? It's gone. Turn to your neighbor and say, it's gone. There's no sinfulness. You're not a sinner anymore. It doesn't exist for you anymore. Your appetite for sin is like eating dirt. You have people that wake up every morning, I better not sin today. Oh man, I'm afraid of the devil. I better not sin. I better not sin. It's like, I better not eat dirt. I better not eat dirt. I want to eat dirt. I don't want to eat dirt. I better not eat dirt. Dude, who wants to eat dirt? Like, you don't have to walk around with this fear that you're going to grab some dirt and eat it. The fear that you're a sinner or you got to somehow maintain your Christianity. Must be a Christian, must be a Christian, must be a Christian. Better be a Christian. You know what it says that Jesus says, and I believe it's in Philippians 3, the one verse that it says, he did not consider equality with considered robbery or whatever. You see Jesus with a little mask on and robbing people, whatever. What does that mean? One translation says, he considered equality with God not something to be forcibly retained. What does that mean? That means Jesus is not sitting in heaven saying, must be God, must be God, must be God today. Gotta be God, gotta be God, gotta be God. Don't be the devil today, don't be the devil today. Be God, be God, be God, be God. He just is, he's just God. Doesn't take a lot of work for you to be a Canadian. You don't have to wake up in the morning, must not be an American day. Must not be an American day. Some people. You're just a Canadian, aren't you? You're just born into it. You've got a little make-believe on your passport, don't you? Okay? You did no work whatsoever. You don't have to wake up, must be human being today, must be human being today. You just are. Okay? In the same way, your holiness must be holy, must be righteous, must be holy. It's just who you are. It should be more difficult for you to sin than to be righteous. Because that's a perversion of your nature, not your true self. You see? Like sin for you is like a third shoe. You don't even have that leg anymore. Okay?